Picture this. It's a restaurant, it's got a mouse in overalls walking around, and the dining room spins. You interested? Me too. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. As we continue to review all the restaurants in Disney World for you, we're going to stumble across a few that have concepts that are so out there they just might work for you, but they also might not. And that's what these videos are here to help you determine. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Epcot's wildly interesting yet super under the radar, one of AJ's favorites, table service restaurant, Garden Grill. Now, when I say that Garden Grill's under the radar, I don't necessarily mean nobody goes here. It's just when you're in pursuit of the best character dining spot on property, many times this one's overshadowed by places like Chef Mickey's at Disney's Contemporary Resort, too loud, or Cinderella's Royal Table in Magic Kingdom, too expensive for what you get, or even Topolino's Terrace at Disney's Riviera Resort, too far away. But should Garden Grill be considered an A-lister character restaurant, or better yet, does it deserve to dethrone other A-listers out there? Maybe you're starting to get the feeling that I'm a little biased. Let's start from the top. What can Garden Grill offer you? Well, Garden Grill is a table service restaurant located on the second floor of the Land Pavilion that offers up a family-style meal, which means they bring the food to your table, as much of it as you want. The food is all you can eat, but it's not a buffet, so you don't have to worry about getting up and down and wrangling your kids every time you need to refill your plate. Just let your server know what you need more of, and they'll keep the food coming for your whole table to share. Currently, Garden Grill only serves up lunch and dinner, but before the 2020 closures, you could also get a nice breakfast here. Alas, no more breakfast for now. Rip that giant cinnamon roll situation. Now, you probably already knew this, but Garden Grill is not an actual garden, but it's near a garden, and that's one of the fantastic secrets that makes it so good. Sorry, there's my bias again. So to eat here, you got to have an advanced dining reservation, so you make that 60 days ahead on the Disney World website or the My Disney Experience app. And since it's in Epcot, you're going to need a park pass that day as well. Ideally at Epcot, but if you're going for dinner and have a park hopper, you can head to another park first and hop to Epcot after 2 p.m. New to the world of park pass reservations and park hopping? I'll link our DFB posts that go into greater details about each of those services in the description below. Now, Garden Grill is no uptight, hoity-toity restaurant. It's very laid back and casual and family friendly. You won't have to worry about trekking back to your hotel to change out of your matching vacation t-shirts or flip-flops to eat here. Even Mickey's sporting his casual wear, after all. And I truly believe Mickey's getup here is his most appealing because he is a farmer, and I love him. Now, the restaurant itself is laid out in a unique circular shape, which is where the spinning comes into play. Don't worry though, you're not going to need Dramamine to eat here. This is a very slowly rotating restaurant. Can you imagine eating mashed potatoes and Mission Space Orange? That is not what this is. So why the slow rotating function in the first place? As the restaurant turns, that sounds like a soap opera, but it's not. You'll be able to overlook scenes from the Living with the Land boat ride, which is located just below the restaurant and is one of the best rides ever created. I'll be taking no more questions at this time. But let's get back to the whole Mickey's wearing overalls thing, because as fun as the spinning dining room concept is on its own, you throw some popular Disney characters in the mix here and it's a serious party. Throughout your meal, you're going to be visited by not only our farm town boy Mickey Mouse, but also Chip and Dale, not farmers, naked in fact, because I guess mice wear clothes and chipmunks don't, and Pluto. Now, unlike other character meals where you may get to see the characters once, Garden Grill is special because you're more than likely going to be visited by these characters a couple times. So that's the benefit of a small, under-the-radar character restaurant. You get to see the characters several times instead of just that one time, then you get rushed out. So if maximum character face time is a huge deal for you or for someone in your family, this benefit may be well worth the money on its own. We haven't even gotten to the food yet. Not to mention, character meet and greets have fully gone back to normal here, so you don't have to worry about navigating a modified version of this experience like you would over at like Cinderella's Royal Table. Hugs and autographs are welcome, and I wrote that in capital letters in my script even though you can't see it because it's that important. Now, Garden Grill also manages to find that happy medium between having a fun character dining vibe without becoming an over-the-top rowdy experience. So don't expect the high-energy napkin twirling and hullabaloo that you'll find over at Chef Mickey's. This is chill and awesome and therapeutic like gardening, and who doesn't want that? Sorry, this is really hard to tamp down this bias. Also, pro tip, Garden Grill has both tables and booths. For ultimate comfort and views of Living with the Land, try to request a booth when you check in for your reservation. The cast member won't be able to guarantee, but they will try to accommodate if possible. Okay, you know how Epcot's got this reputation for being able to taste around the world and try a whole bunch of different international flavors? Well, that's not exactly the vibe at Garden Grill. Instead, this restaurant's serving up familiar eats. The food here has something to offer for everybody. But beware, this all-you-can-eat meal is very hearty, so if you have more plans to eat or drink around the world showcase, you might want to put them on pause. Because if you still have some stomach space after a meal at Garden Grill, you somehow managed to do it wrong. Your meal is going to begin with the essentials, salad. But remember, familiar doesn't mean boring, and this familiar starter deserves some recognition. If you've been on the Living with the Land ride before, then you've seen Disney World's giant greenhouses and all the produce they grow inside them. That's not just for show. The food grown inside these greenhouses is used in multiple Epcot restaurants and festival food booths, and that includes Garden Grill. Oh my gosh, this is so farm to table. So if you need a reason to convince your kid to eat some salad during a vacation filled with soft pretzels and cupcakes, just tell them Mickey literally grew this stuff and you just saw it on the ride you went on. Now for your main course during this Chippendale Harvest Feast, which is what it's called, you'll also receive a platter of sweet and tangy barbecued roasted chicken in place of the usual turkey right now because turkey shortage. Southern style spoon bread, so like a moist version of cornbread, which sounds gross, but it's super not. Grilled beef with chimichurri, creamy mashed potatoes, seasonal vegetables, and brace yourself, macaroni and cheese topped with goldfish crackers. Please reward this chef. FYI, sometimes there's a goldfish shortage and you don't get the goldfish on your mac, so BYOG if that's a huge deal for you. So in short, if you like Thanksgiving food, this is high quality Thanksgiving food. You'll wrap up your time here with dessert, which is a fresh berry cobbler with whipped cream, and it's very good. Would it be better with a scoop of ice cream on top? Yes, so BYOIC too. So in food summary, this meal is fresh, it's accessible for everyone, and it brings a new spin, get it? Oh my gosh, on familiar favorites. But is it wildly different from food you've had before? Probably not. Oh, also note that I've dined here with vegan friends who absolutely love the vegan options. Oh, and this is not about food, but it's another little tip. As you are slowly rotating around through the Living with the Land scenes, you're going to see the farmhouse scene. And as you're passing in the restaurant behind this farmhouse, you're going to be able to look into one of the windows of one of the bedrooms. Heads up that this bedroom is a replica of Walt Disney's bedroom when he was growing up. And if you see that little lamp in there, it's always lit, just like the lamp in Disneyland over the firehouse, which is said to represent Walt's spirit, of course, because that was his apartment in Disneyland. Okay, there's a tip that you can use to wow your friends and family, because I know they care a lot. Now, it's time to talk about money. Money does not grow on trees, not even at Garden Grill, and this is a meal with Mickey in a theme park. So what's the damage you're gonna do here? Well, adults dining at Garden Grill during lunch or dinner are gonna pay $55 per person, while kids are $36 per person. Not cheap, not even a little bit, but this is about, and sometimes a little less than, what you can expect to pay for other character meals with all-you-can-eat offerings. Other restaurants like Chef Mickey's, Tusker House, and Hollywood and Vine have similar price points, and Garden Grill is currently less expensive than the popular Cinderella's Royal Table, but not by too much. Dining at Cindy's is going to cost you $62 per adult and $37 per kid. So on the one hand, you could pay a few more dollars for each person to dine in the Cinderella Castle, and that's pretty cool. But on the other hand, you can pay less to get more food at Garden Grill and see Farmer Mickey walking around a spinning restaurant. Plus, Cindy's isn't back to normal yet, and you're only meeting one princess right now, so it's all about personal preference. And the upsides of the money spent at Garden Grill, you can definitely make it worth your while, especially if you plan on really making the most out of that all-you-can-eat benefit. The downside, you could also use that money to eat around the world. With all the different festivals taking place in Epcot throughout the year, featuring seasonal treats and unique snacks, you might feel like you're coming down with a slight case of FOMO if you're spending the money at Garden Grill. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's really get down to the main question at hand here. Should you go to Garden Grill? Now, Garden Grill is one of DFB's highly recommended restaurants. Most highly recommended restaurants of all time, in fact, and for good reason. Here's why you might decide to go to Garden Grill. Maybe your kiddos really want to meet Mickey and friends, because not only is Mickey all dressed up in his cutest gardening attire, while also being accompanied by his bestest pals, Pluto, Chip, and Dale, the truth is that you'll more than likely get to mingle with these characters multiple times throughout your meal, meaning pictures, hugs, and signatures until you're just tired of them. Also, it's a lot less annoying than Chef Mickey's, and it's not a buffet. Plus, this restaurant rotates, meaning you're gonna consistently have something new to look at while you dine. Now, speaking of it not being a buffet, that's a big benefit if you ask me, and I don't want to gloss over it. I've seen some gross things at buffets that I'd rather not talk about, so a family-style meal is always a better choice in my personal opinion. Plus, why wouldn't you rather relax in your cushy booth and have food brought to you instead of battling the buffet lines with your toddler in tow? Because I want a better selection of food, AJ. I get it, viewer, but still. Now, you might also want to eat here if you want a meal that'll satisfy satisfy everyone in your group. The food offered here is a great mixture of comfort food that'll have something for everyone, even the pickiest of kids. And maybe you want a lot of food. If you want to make sure everyone in your group is stuffed to the brim before returning to the parks, you can get the best bang for your buck here. So pile on those helpings. So why might you not want to go here to Garden Grill? Maybe you're trying to stick to that budget. There are lots more budget-friendly places to eat around Epcot that don't require you to have to fork over $55 per person. So if you're not really looking for a meal to splurge on, then skip this one. Or maybe you want adventure in the Great Wide Somewhere, right? So I know I keep saying there's something for everyone at Garden Grill, and there is, but this meal is not like mind-blowingly different from something you might have during the holidays. And if you fill up at Garden Grill, it can be kind of a bummer to miss out on all the other international offerings you might not find back at home, especially if you're only going to be at Epcot for a day and you may not be back for a while. If you want to study up on the Epcot Festival offerings before you make a decision on Garden Grill, you can always check out our festival guides over at dfbstore.com. Those go in depth about everything you can find at the different festival kiosks. And don't forget to type in code YouTube for a discount on your download. And if you want to learn about our favorite festival items, we release Best of the Fest videos at the start of each festival season on our YouTube channel. So another reason you might not want to go to Garden Grill, maybe these aren't the characters you're looking for. It's great seeing the Big Cheese himself here, and Pluto 2 and Naked Chip and Dale are a unique character pairing to the character dining lineup. But if there are other characters your kids are missing, you might want to plan to hit up a different location. If you're looking for Minnie, you're going to find her over at Chef Mickey's, Hollywood and Vine, Tusker House, Topolino's Terrace. Searching for some princesses, you're better off at Cinderella's Royal Table or Artist Point, Storybook Dining with Snow White. It's always good to study up on the characters beforehand, just so you and your group know what you're getting yourselves into. All right, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love this place. I've gone time and again and have had great experiences on multiple occasions. Even if I'm just in Epcot for a day, if I see this pop up on My Disney Experience, I am always very, very tempted to go ahead and book it. If you think the vibe at Garden Grill matches what you're looking for in a Disney World restaurant, fabulous. I mean, where else are you going to eat endless mashed potatoes in a spinning dining room that's overlooking a farmhouse that looks like Walt's childhood room, all while a flannel-wearing Mickey Mouse comes to your table to wave at you and hug you? If you are able to name any other places like that, I will be seriously impressed. Plus, mac and cheese goldfish. So, thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for watching. I forgive you if you don't want to go to Garden Grill. It's okay. We're still friends. But if we're ever in Epcot together at the same time, that's where we're going, okay? Just FYI. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.